At the 78th session of the United Nations General Assembly, President Emerson Mnangagwa literally spoke to 37 delegates this afternoon. And guess what? The majority of them appeared to be members of his own traveling group. Emerson Mnangagwa, President of Zimbabwe, confidently declared on Thursday in New York that his re-election was free and fair before pleading for the lifting of the sanctions against his own country. Now this man is confidently and shamelessly lying in front of the whole world and pleading for the sanctions to be lifted. Don't get me wrong, we all want the sanctions lifted, but really, free and fair? Anyways, he noted with pleasure that the country had experienced peace prior to, throughout, and following the free, fair, transparent, and legitimate elections. The elections, according to numerous international observer organizations, were marred by irregularities. Up to election day, when certain seats experienced a scarcity of ballot papers, it included everything from pre-election opposition repression, such as the prohibition of gatherings, which led to elections in certain areas being moved to the following day. Zimbabwe's election in 2023 was called the worst, highlighting a severe absence of democracy. The SADC mission's report on the elections in Zimbabwe is one of the most candid. Evers Mumba, the team commander of the observer mission, is a former vice president of Zambia, which Zimbabwe has been attacking since the report's release. Ramaphosa stated during his UNGA 78 address that it is time to lift the sanctions on Zimbabwe, and Mnangagwa echoed that sentiment. These sanctions were put in place to obstruct the Zimbabwean people's sovereign will. Therefore, we urge the unconditional lifting of the unwarranted unilateral sanctions, he stated. He asserted that over the previous 3 years, Zimbabwe's economy had experienced the region's quickest growth. According to independent economic observers, the yearly inflation rate is among the highest in the world at 641%. Yet, with an inflation rate so high, the president found it necessary to travel with 75 people, using 2 planes to attend the meeting. 75 people, 2 planes for one meeting, for one president. Come on now. This easily cost the country millions, which he could have used to assist those suffering from poverty and illnesses in Zimbabwe. But hey, what do I know? Anyway, then, unelectable one is speaking to his Zimbabwean delegation during the gathering. Despite a leading delegation of 75 individuals at the UNGA 78, he only spoke to 37 attendees. Isn't that embarrassing, y'all? Isn't that shameful? I tell you, if it was me, I would have left within 5 minutes. I would have tried to make my speech as short as possible and left, because that is embarrassing. 37 attendees. That is even way less than the people he traveled with. But anyways, ZANU-PF patriots previously stated in a comment, President's address at UNGA rarely attract a full house, offering an example of German Chancellor who actually addressed empty seats. But come on now, stop trying to make excuses. We all know why the other presidents walked out. Honestly, I'm more concerned about the few that stayed and listened to his speech. The opposition, civil society, and a sizable portion of Zimbabweans have all criticized the elections as chaotic and a fraud. Because come on now, we all witnessed the elections. We know something fishy is going on there. Even the South African Development Community Election Observation Mission disapproved the results, claiming they fall short of Zimbabwe's constitutional, legal, and ethical standards for conducting free and fair elections. Well, that's the end of this video. Do make sure to leave a like as well as to share your thoughts on this in the comments and subscribe for more videos like this. Until next time.